guys, I am finally back to give you a project pan update. I cannot believe how long it's been since my last one, which was I think about 8 months ago, and that was the only update I gave you in 2025, which is crazy because I used to film this every single month. Obviously times have changed. I used to upload like I think 3 to 4 times a week, and now I'm barely managing one video a week, just with more social media platforms that I gotta film for, edit for. There's more time going into that. Also back then I was in my earlier 20s. I was really on a hustle mindset. I was sleeping like 4 a.m. in the morning to get those videos up for you, and it kind of just got to a point where I was feeling extremely burnt out, and that burnout really lasts for a while. So it got to a point where, you know, I'm like, this is not worth it. I gotta think about me and have more of a work-life balance. And also in the last 2 years I started helping out my family's bakery. I've been managing that, so a lot of time goes to that too. So in between everything, you know, finding rest time for myself, there's a reason why there's been a decline of uploads. I really do miss uploading as much as I used to. It's not like I don't want to, it's just I'm not capable of that as one person. So I really do appreciate you guys still sticking around, and I do apologize so much for not giving you guys as many updates. So going into 2026, I would love to know your opinion. I'm thinking of doing a project pan update like every season, so we'll have like 3 to 4 updates throughout the year. And then if you guys would like, I could do a monthly update on short form. Short form is just much easier to film, to edit. You don't have to think about the description, the thumbnail, like, or product shots or ticks. Like, you just film it, cut, upload. It's so easy. So let me know if you guys are open to that, or if you are wanting to just wait for the long form update and it makes it a bit more special. Let me know what you guys think down below and I will do it for you. I also do want to note that today is very gloomy. It is raining pretty heavily outside, so hopefully my mic is not picking that up. I'm using all the lights I have to give me any type of lighting. But honestly, I don't really mind when it rains because it does give more like cozy vibes, and we're going to talk about all the things I need to update you on today. Like, it's been 8 months, so clearly I have a lot to share. So with that being said, let's get right into the update. Starting off with my 2 primers. I am still going at it, but I have made a lot of progress. Starting off with my Glow Recipe Niacinamide Dewdrops. As you can see, I am holding it upside down because this is how I am storing it now. I have just a little bit of product left, so I'm trying to flow everything down. If I use the pump, nothing comes out, so I'm trying to get every ounce of product out of this. I have literally, I feel like maybe a few more uses out of it, and then I'm finally done with it. This has been in the plan for way longer than it should have been, but we are finally getting there. I am going to be doing an update in January just to set ourselves up for 2026. So hopefully by my January update, which is like in 2-ish months, this will be done. That is going to be one of my main goals for sure. Then my other primer is the Laura Mercier Pure Canvas Hydrating Primer. As you can see, if I put it from the side, I have used actually quite a bit of this. It is quite flat, so I am slowly squeezing out the product, and eventually I will cut this open, get all the other products out. I don't think by January, but maybe the update after the January update, which who knows when that one will be, but I can see it coming to an end, and you guys probably can see it too. Then for the foundation that's in my plan, it's the CanMake Luminous Luna Packed. If I'm being so honest, I really have not used this at all. Like, this panning is probably gonna look the same from last time. If you guys recently saw, I did finally upload my cushion ranking video, which took me almost a year to upload. I actually started it, filmed almost everything, restarted it, and then I finally got that video up this year, which was a lot. So during that cushion ranking video, I think I had like 20 different cushions or something like that, where I was testing out constantly. So I honestly didn't have any room to use this because this wasn't part of my cushion video. I was really focused and really determined to get that video up. So in that, like, I wasn't using the primers as well, I wasn't using this, so that video affected my plan a little bit because that video also took me over a year or almost a year to film. That's why I have not used much of it, but I'm gonna get back into it now. I honestly low-key did forget about it in my plan. I think that's another good thing about filming your updates monthly. It's a reminder, whereas my last update was like 8 months ago. And you know, a lot of things happened. I got married, I went on a trip, and also just some personal things happened as well that kind of threw me off a little bit, which I will share when I'm ready to. Nothing baby related, by the way. This year has been amazing, but also so sad for me. I don't want to cry. Let's move into the next product. I remember my last update, I added in a loose setting powder. This one is from Moira. It's their Set and Correct Loose Setting Powder. There's like 3 different shades. If I'm also being really honest, during my last update, that was kind of just before I was getting ready to elope. So around that time, I was trying to perfect my wedding day makeup. So this wasn't part of it. And then after my elopement and everything, I kind of just fell off this loose powder a little bit. I got addicted to my other loose powders. Well, I honestly don't have that much left. I think it's really, really doable. Then for my setting sprays, I finally finished up the Milk Makeup like Eclipse setting mist. I am so glad I'm done with this. I hated the nozzle of it. Where I finished it, I was like spraying it so fast so that way it would just fall on my face a little bit more gently. It wasn't my favorite. I'm glad I am done with this. Goodbye. So the other setting mist that I introduced in my last update was the Cosmetics Divine Water Perfecting Mist. I have used a bit of it. I will say I definitely can do better. I only recently started using this again. Again, going back to my elopement day, I was really trying to solidify the products that I was going to use. And then the products that I end up using, I kind of just started using all of that throughout the year. So this wasn't like my wedding day setting spray, so I'm kind of like just getting back into it. But yeah, it is a really nice mist. This one is really nice to use. Very fine. Now we get into my brow products, you guys. These products have been in my plan for so long. If you are wanting a brow pencil that will literally is so good for your buck, it will last you for years, please get the Rare Beauty brow pencil, because you guys tell me why. I literally, like, you know, throughout the year I'm like, oh my gosh, I cannot wait to update you guys. I feel like I've done so much progress. Like, I've been using this on the daily. Like, it's gonna be like tiny when I show you guys the progress. I'm here 8 months later since my last update. Tell me why. It literally looks the same, but I've been using this every day. What is the sorcery? Like, why is the product never ending? It's so crazy to me. Hopefully in 2026 this will be done. If it's not done in 2026, wow, I will be amazed. Like, they put something in this. But anyway, my other brow product is my brow powder duo. This one's from Jason Wu. I think this is gonna be a good progress update. I have reached the wall. That was my goal from last time, to reach the wall. I have cleared the wall. I cleared a whole corner. Finished pretty much a whole quarter of this. Never used a brow powder this big of a pan size. That's when you know you have no brow hairs, how much brow products you are using. Then for my eyeshadow palette, this is from 3CE. Their Overtake palette. I think since the last update, I'm sure it's gonna look a lot different. Every pan has really big panning. This palette I still use quite regularly. I think for a while, after my color analysis that I got last year in Korea, they told me I was a summer mute, and after that I kind of did go crazy with the whole summer mute, cool tone, stay away from me, warm tones. But now I'm kind of like slowly am getting back into warm tones. I really enjoy warmer eye looks, so I have been using this a lot more. But even so, like, I use this palette consistently, and I think you can tell. And then going on to my blushes, I think this is going to be the biggest update, because I think this is the first powder blush I've ever finished. I think all the other blushes that I've used up throughout my project pan, I think they have been cream products, but I did actually pan up the entire blush. I remember someone said I couldn't do it and I should just give up, but here we are. It is completely done. I actually finished this a few months ago, actually. Like, it's been a while. So I did introduce a new blush into my plan, another flower nose one, which is from the Midsummer Fairy Tales. This one is in number 3, and as you can see, the embossment has already faded a little bit. I've been pretty consistent with this one as well. I actually am wearing it today on my cheeks. So ever since I finished up the unicorn blush, I've been using this one as my base, and they have a pretty similar color, sort of like a peachy pink, but this is currently my go-to blush, so that's in replacement. We are on our way to pan up another flower nose blush, but can you believe that I panned up a whole blush? This one did not take me too long, I don't think, but regardless, like, yeah, that is done. How crazy is that? Woo! The other blush that I had in my plan was the Flower Nose Cream Blush in number 2, Floral Praise. I think the panning definitely is going to look a lot bigger. You could say I'm pretty much like halfway through the pan. So with that being said, I did actually want to add in another cream blush of theirs. This one's another favorite of mine. This one is in Rose Ashes. And this one as well, I think I'm more like 60% done. These both have extreme panning. So I thought I would just add another one into the plan since I pretty much use these both in conjunction. Like I lay this one down first and then go in with this one. So 2 cream blushes that I'm pretty confident that I can finish up, I think, yeah, 2026 for sure. Then for the last category, which is lips, and I do have quite a few lippies. So starting off with the one that I end up finishing, I don't know if I mentioned this in my last update. Anytime I finish up a product that's in my plan, I keep it to the side, and this was there, so I cannot remember if I finished it then. But this is the lip tint that I got while I got my color analysis done. They sell specific lip tints for each season. Like I said, after I got my color analysis, I was going crazy with my summer mute makeup, and I literally finished up the entire lip tint. It is completely dried out, like the doe foot applicator. I cannot pick up any product. It's like dried out, so I did finish up that, a whole lippy. And then for my lip oil, I always like to have one lip oil in my plan. The current one I have is the Sigma Renew lip oil. I feel like if this was any other lip oil, I would have been done months ago, but because this lip oil is a little bit thicker, I honestly got off put for a little bit. It's more of like a gloss if anything, and I don't really use a clear gloss too often, but now filming this update, I'm reminded of the product, and I also see, you know, I don't really have that much left of it, so I'm gonna try and aim for maybe the next update in January to have this finished up by, and then we can move into another lip oil that I like a little bit better, that's not as thick. Then for the last 2 products, these are both from Flower Nose. Once again, it's from their Butterfly Cloud Color collection. I think these are called the glossy lipsticks. I always get the names mixed up. Last time in my plan, I did put the shade CO4 in, and as you can see, I've been digging inside the tube, and there is a little bit of product left, so I have a tiny amount left in this one. For sure, by our January update, this will be gone. Now that this one's almost done, I did want to add in another. This one is CO5, another favorite shade of mine, and this one I also don't have a lot left either. However, it still does roll up. I haven't been going into the tube yet, so there's a little bit more product on this. So once I'm done with that one, I'm gonna go and start digging into this one. And this is one of my favorite formulas and favorite colors. A lot of the times, you know, when something is my favorite, I try to, like, you know, I don't want to use it, it's more special. But I feel like because you love it so much, you should use it, and you should use it up completely. Like, yes, once this is done, I am gonna miss it. I'm gonna miss the color, I'm gonna miss the formula. But you know what? I have so many more other lip colors, lip formulas that I should be getting through, so it is fine. I'll be fine. So to sum up my 8-month update, honestly, I wish I would have finished up a little bit more products. We only did finish up 3, so the Milk Setting Mist, the Flower Nose Blush, and then the lip tint. 3 products within 8 months. To me is not as ideal, but hey, better than nothing, right? Some things, you know, I forgot about a little bit and did neglect. Some things I was more consistent and we had amazing progress on. So we had a mix of everything today. So yeah, again, let me know if you guys want me to do the monthly updates on short form, or if you're just okay with the 4 updates throughout the year, makes it a little bit more special. So definitely let me know down below in the comments. But thank you guys again for being so patient and for watching. I am slowly gonna be doing all of my end of year videos, my my empties, which is another thing. I was supposed to film a mid-year empties like I usually do. It's gonna be a longer video at the end of the year. My end of year favorites, my declutters. So that being said guys, that is it for today's video. That is it for my 8th month project plan update. Thank you so much for watching as always. I love you so much and I'll go ahead and see you in my next one. Bye!